it's really shunned in our world.
Right.
And that's what we want to end. And as long as it's something that's supposed to be a secret, that's supposed to be punished, that's against the law, then that means that there's a problem in our world, and there isn't equality for women. And women deserve equality because we're human beings.
And just to add to that, we want to let women know that we support choice, whatever your choice is. We are just not restricted to abortion. We support a woman's choice. So if you want to come to the table and speak out about abortion and speak out about choice, feel free. You can volunteer at F.R.I.D.A. You can become a part of our team and volunteer. Just feel free to reach out.
Just support women.
Right, exactly. Now, we did have a caller that didn't want to come on air, but wants to know if disabled women are pressured into abortion because people don't perceive disabled women as good moms.
I don't know if women with disabilities have been pressured to have abortions. I have heard of children, like sometimes the system take away children of women with disabilities, even deaf women. Deaf parents have had their children taken away, but I haven't heard of women with disabilities being forced into abortions. I have heard, though, of women with disabilities being sterilized against their will, meaning that their abilities to have children have been taken simply because they have disabilities. So there is this sort of perception that women with disabilities aren't capable, and so therefore we're not able to be mothers. So there is some link in that devaluation that you're talking about, but I don't know about women with disabilities being forced to have abortions.
Okay. We have a caller. We'll go ahead and take that call. Good evening.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I just wanted to call and say thank you. I'm a Chicago resident. I'm also a nurse, and I've also had an abortion. And I just wanted to call and say thank you so much for talking about this on the air. Both of you, I think it's extremely valuable for our entire community. And I'm saying thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for calling. Out. And we appreciate your support. And again, we will show our information at Chicago Abortion Fund. We encourage all to come out and speak towards what you believe in, a woman's choice. We have another caller. Good evening.
Hello, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
My name is Danielle.
Hi, Danielle.
I'm a woman who chose to have an abortion. I think there's nothing wrong with it. You have your own opinion about your body and everything. And I really appreciate what you all are talking about and doing.
And thank you so much, Danielle, for your support. We really appreciate you calling in and giving us that encouragement. Thank you so much. Okay, so Ronnie, you said that you don't think disabled moms are shunned, but they are in. What did you say?
They're not. Yeah, they're not. I haven't heard, at least, of women with disabilities being encouraged to get abortions. That it does, just because I haven't heard about it doesn't mean it had happened,
right?
Or it has not happened. However, I do know that there are women with disabilities who have had their ability to have children taken away against their will, just because they have disabilities, which is dehumanizing us, looking at us as if we aren't sexual beings that have this ability to have children or not have children, or that these bodies are ours. So there's this aspect that needs to change in our community, our larger community, which is that people need to stop making choices about us for us. We want to make our own choices.
Right, I totally agree. It looks like we have another caller. Go ahead.
Hi.
Good evening.
Yeah, my name is Eddie. I had a question. Do you consider it racist that 79% of all the abortion clinics are located in the black community? And what correlation does this have with Margaret Sanger, as you know, who was admittedly racist, who started the eugenics movement or whatever? Is there any correlation between those two? I'm sure you've heard.
I'm not really sure on facts as far as, any racist stipulations being surrounded around abortion clinics in the black community. From experience in the Chicagoland area, there are clinics everywhere. But what we are here really to discuss is supporting women in choice, especially women that are marginalized and low income and women with disabilities. We really want their voices to be heard. We have another caller. You can go ahead. They hung up. Okay, so another question that I'm curious about. From your experience, what are some of the reasons that you hear in the disabled community about abortion? We know the regular reasons, like life reasons, like hard times, going to school, working,
Right.
can't afford, dad's gone.
Right.
But what are some of the additional issues that people or women with disabilities experience?
Right. Well, I mean, those issues, because we are out in the community doing, what we need to do to live our lives. But also, we have to consider our health. If we need to come off a medication that maybe is managing our disabilities, so that the child can have, or the fetus can have an environment that is not going to impair it. And so, what does our doctor say? Is our body going to be able to tolerate a fetus in our bodies? So there's a lot of different things that we have to consider about whether or not we can carry a fetus to term.
Well, we have one call that we're going to take, and I'm going to put the overhead on so that you can get our information again before we get off the air. Good evening.
Do you think the reason why some people may have a problem with abortion is there's all other different types of methods of birth control, but when you got women that use abortion as a method of birth control, do you think that's the reason why they have a problem?
We're not judging that kind
right,
of stuff.
Right.
This is about having, safe, legal abortion in our country, in our world, and that women are valued, that our own minds as women are seen as worthy enough to make decisions about our bodies. And that's really what the bottom line is on this issue.
Right. We're a non-judgmental community. We're not just here to judge. We're just here to support choice. I'm flashing our information before we get off the air for the last time. I encourage anyone that wants to support us, that needs assistance, just want to volunteer, whatever the case may be, please, we have F.R.I.D.A's information. You can contact us if you want to talk to Ronnie any further. But we encourage you to come out, join us. Ronnie, I want to thank you.
Thank you.
It's been a great session. Again, I'm Dashaya. I'm the advocacy coordinator for Chicago Abortion Fund, and I wanted to thank everyone that called in to support us. I want to again offer our support and assistance to anyone, and we thank you and have a good evening.
Thank you.